Listen, ladies, I need you to hear me on this. When a man leaves and then comes back, it ain't always because he had some grand epiphany about how amazing you are. Nah, sometimes it's just because he thought the grass was greener, and when he got out there, he realized it was just dirt. Some men don't recognize a queen when she's in front of them. They take you for granted, thinking you'll always be there. They assume your kindness, loyalty, and love are just standard, not realizing that what you bring to the table isn't easy to find. When you walk away and go silent, suddenly, he starts remembering all the good things about you. He starts thinking about how you always supported him, how you were there through his struggles, and how you gave him a type of love that made him feel safe. And when you cut contact, that absence creates a void. A man will sit with that void and start replaying the past, but the issue is he's only remembering the good parts. He's not necessarily reflecting on what he did to make you leave in the first place. This isn't necessarily love, it's realization. But here's the thing, realizing your worth late doesn't mean he deserves you now. Some men only appreciate a good woman when they no longer have access to her. The distance makes him reflect, but it doesn't always mean he's changed. When he comes back, he's often looking for familiarity. He wants to feel the comfort of what he once had. He may not have grown, he may not be ready to truly commit, but he misses the version of himself that he was when he was with you. And that's where many women get caught up. They mistake his return for proof that he truly cares when, in reality, he's just feeling the loss of what you provided. It's important to understand that his regret doesn't equal growth. A man can regret losing you and still not be ready to treat you right. He can miss you but still not be willing to do the work to keep you. That's why when a man returns, you need to ask yourself, is he coming back because he's ready to be the man you deserve? Or is he coming back because he's lonely, nostalgic, or simply uncomfortable being without you? It's one thing for a man to realize he lost a good woman, but it's another for him to actually be ready to step up and do right by her. When a man reaches out after no contact, sometimes it's not about love, regret, or some deep realization. It's about his ego. See, men are wired to want control. We like to feel like we're in charge, like we're the ones making the moves. And most of all, we like knowing that if we ever want to go back to something, it'll still be there waiting for us. That's the comfort of familiarity. And a lot of times, that's why a man will suddenly pop back up after you've been silent. Let's talk about that male ego for a second. When a man pulls away from a woman, most of the time he's expecting her to react a certain way. He expects her to reach out, check in, ask questions, try to what wrong. That's what he's used to. That's what a lot of women do when they care. Because when a woman loves a man, she naturally wants to hold on to the connection. But when you don't do that, when you fall off the map and go completely silent, it messes with his head. At first, he might brush it off. He might think, oh, she's probably just mad, or she'll text me eventually. But days pass, weeks pass, and suddenly that confidence he had, that belief that you'd be waiting on him, it starts to crack. He starts wondering if maybe he miscalculated. Maybe you really have moved on. Maybe he wasn't as important to you as he thought he was. And for a man with a fragile ego, that thought alone can be enough to make him pick up his phone and send that, "Hey, how you been?" text. But here's the thing. When a man comes back for his ego, he's not really coming back for you. He's coming back for reassurance. And he wants to know that he still has you in his corner, that you're still emotionally invested, that you haven't actually moved on without him. And once he gets that reassurance, once you reply, engage, or show even a hint of interest, he might just disappear again. See, men don't always come back because they miss you. Sometimes they come back just to see if they can. It's like a test. They want to know if they still have access to you. And if they do, if you let them back in too easily, then in their mind, nothing has changed. You're still there. You're still an option. And that's enough to soothe their ego and keep them moving forward until the next time they feel unsure about themselves and need another confidence boost. Now, does this mean every man who returns is just playing games? No, but it does mean you need to be careful. You need to watch for the patterns. A man who truly regrets losing you will come back with changed behavior, with accountability, with action, not just words. But a man who's only acting on his ego, He'll come back with surface level conversation, vague explanations, and just enough effort to get your attention before fading out again. So when he comes back, ask yourself, is he here because he wants me, or is he here because he needs to feel like he can still have me? Because the difference between those two things, that's the difference between a man who's grown and a man who's just playing with your emotions. When a man leaves and then returns, one of the most common reasons is that his other options didn't work out the way he expected. This is something a lot of women don't want to believe, but it happens all the time. Some men walk away thinking they can find something better, and when they realize that what they had was actually rare, they come running back. Let's break this down. When a man decides to leave a relationship, it's often because he thinks there's something else out there that will make him happier, more fulfilled, or give him a different experience. Maybe he sees other women who seem more exciting, less demanding, or just different from what he's used to. Maybe he's caught up in a fantasy, believing that another woman will give him something you didn't. Or maybe he's just not ready to commit, so he wants to explore his options. At first, he's excited. He feels free, like he made the right decision. He starts dating new people, talking to different women, and enjoying the single life. But here's what often happens. Reality sets in. That new woman he thought was so amazing, she has flaws too. She might not support him the way you did. She might not be as patient, as loving, or as understanding. Maybe she's playing games, or maybe she's just not that into him. And suddenly that excitement he felt about leaving, it starts to fade. He realizes that the grass isn't greener, it's just different. Or worse, it's not even real grass at all, just artificial turf. And that's when he starts thinking about you again. He remembers how you were always there for him, how you cared about him in ways that no one else did. He remembers the comfort of being with you, the security of knowing that you truly loved him. So now he's rethinking everything. He's wondering if he made a mistake. He's looking at his situation and realizing that he traded something solid for something uncertain. And that's when he decides to come back. But here's what you need to ask yourself. Is he coming back because he truly loves you? Or is he coming back because his other options didn't work out? See, a man who truly loves you will return with a different energy. He'll come back ready to take accountability, to show you through actions, not just words, that he wants to be with you. But a man who's only returning because things didn't work out elsewhere, he's coming back for convenience, not love. Think about it. If things had worked out with that other woman, would he still be here? Would he still be thinking about you? Probably not. And that's why you need to be careful when an ex suddenly reappears after some time apart. If he left thinking he could do better, and now he's back because he realized he couldn't, does he truly value you, or are you just his backup plan? You deserve to be someone's first choice, not their fallback option. So when a man returns, don't just listen to what he says, watch what he does. Is he coming back with genuine effort, or is he just looking for a comfortable place to land after his plans fell through? Because if it's the latter, then taking him back won't change anything. It'll just set you up for the same cycle to repeat again. Some men return not because they truly love or value you, but because they see you as an easy comeback. They assume that no matter what happened in the past, you'll always be there to welcome them back. This happens because in the past you may have given them multiple chances, forgiven their mistakes, or made it easy for them to slide back into your life. When a man sees that a woman is always open to him, he doesn't fear losing her. He only fears losing access to her. Why men believe they can always come back? Men are creatures of habit. If they've left before and you took them back without much effort on their part, they start to believe they can always do it again. They think, she's mad now, but give it some time and she'll talk to me again. If they know you have a soft heart and struggle to cut ties completely, they will use that against you, even if they don't do it intentionally. Another reason a man thinks he can always come back is because of time and familiarity. If you've built a deep emotional connection, he assumes that bond won't just disappear. He knows you've invested time and love into him, and he believes that no matter what he does, there will always be a part of you that's willing to try again. This is especially true if he was a significant part of your life, your first love, your longest relationship, or someone you deeply cared for. Some men also see women as their emotional home. They know they can go out, explore other options, have fun, but when things get rough, they assume they can always return to the one person who gave them unconditional love. They don't always come back because they've changed or because they're ready to be better. They come back because they can. If a man truly regrets losing you, he will put in effort to prove himself. He will be consistent, communicate clearly, and show through actions, not just words, that he values you. But if he just assumes you'll take him back, he won't do any of that. Instead, he'll send a lazy, "Hey, stranger" text, or casually slide into your DMs like nothing happened. He'll expect you to pick up right where you left off without addressing any past issues. A man who genuinely wants another chance will acknowledge what went wrong. He will take responsibility for his mistakes and make an effort to show that he's changed, but if he thinks you're an easy comeback, he won't bother. He'll downplay what happened, make excuses, or even act like the breakup never happened. He'll say things like, "Let's not dwell on the past," or "I don't want to talk about all that. Can't we just move forward?" without actually addressing the reason things fell apart in the first place. If he reaches out only when he's lonely, bored, or going through something difficult, that's a sign he sees you as a safety net, not a priority. He might disappear for months and then suddenly reappear when he needs comfort, emotional support, or attention. But as soon as he gets what he wants, he pulls away again. This cycle repeats itself because he knows he can always come back when it's convenient for him. Some men will try to guilt trip you into taking them back. They'll say things like, "I've been thinking about you so much," or "I can't believe you're just going to throw everything away." They might even play the victim, making it seem like the breakup was your fault or that they're struggling without you. This isn't genuine love. It's a tactic to make you feel obligated to take them back. If a man keeps coming back only to leave again, it's time to break the cycle. Stop allowing him easy access to your life. If he reaches out, don't rush to respond. If he wants another chance, make sure he earns it. Boundaries show that you respect yourself and that you won't allow someone to treat you as a revolving door. Talk is cheap. A man who truly wants to be with you will show it through consistent effort, changed behavior, and real accountability. If he's just saying nice things but not doing anything different, he's not serious. He just wants back in because it's familiar and easy. You don't owe an ex another chance just because he suddenly realizes he wants to come back. You are not his backup plan, and you are not responsible for his emotional comfort. If he left you before and now wants to return, ask yourself, does he deserve another chance, or is he just coming back because he knows I'll say yes? If it's the latter, walk away. The best way to avoid being someone's fallback option is to build a life so fulfilling that you don't even consider taking them back. When you know your worth and are truly happy on your own, you won't be tempted to entertain someone who treated you as an afterthought. A man who truly values you won't put himself in a position to lose you in the first place. If he does come back, it should be because he realizes your worth and is willing to do whatever it takes to prove himself, not because he assumes you'll always be there. Don't be an easy comeback. Be a woman who knows her value and demands the kind of love that doesn't require someone to lose her first before they appreciate her. When a man returns after no contact, it's easy to feel flattered, hopeful, or even relieved. But before you let emotions take over, you have to pause and ask yourself, why is he coming back? Is it because he truly sees your worth now? Has he grown, changed, and realized that he wants to build something real with you? Or is he just coming back because it's convenient, because his other options failed, or because he assumes you'll always be there? The reality is, men return for many reasons, but not all of them are good ones. Some men genuinely regret losing you and want to make things right. Others return because they miss the comfort you provided, but not necessarily you as a person. And then there are those who simply want to know they still have access to you, feeding their ego and playing with your emotions without any real intention of staying. This is why self-awareness and self-respect are so important. You have to be able to separate emotions from logic. You have to recognize patterns, not just words. If a man has left you before only to return when it suits him, you need to ask yourself, do I want to keep repeating this cycle? Because if you take him back too easily, he'll learn that he can always come and go as he pleases. He won't truly change because he won't have a reason to. A man who truly wants to be in your life will show up for you. He won't just send a lazy text or act like nothing happened. He will take accountability. He will be consistent. He will make it clear that he is back because he wants to build something better, not just revisit what's familiar. He will respect your boundaries, acknowledge your worth, and prove through his actions, not just his words, that he is serious about you. But if he is only coming back because he feels entitled to your love, because he thinks you'll always be there no matter how he treats you, then you need to walk away. You deserve a love that doesn't require multiple chances. You deserve a man who sees your value from the beginning, not someone who only realizes it after he's lost you. So the next time an ex comes back after no contact, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is he returning because he truly loves me, or is he coming back because he thinks I'll make it easy for him? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know. Choose yourself, choose your peace, and most of all, choose a love that doesn't need a second chance to get it right.